So Christmas, the birth of light, birth of love. Long before Christianity, though, it has been the winter solstice that has been recognized as one of the most important turning points of the year. The moment when darkness reaches its fullness and light is born and reborn. In the ancient Iranian world, this moment marked the birth of Mithra, or Mehr, the divine principle of light, but also love and covenant, friendship, truth, justice. Mehr is not just a mythic figure, but also a cosmic intelligence, an intercessor between earth and heaven, the guardian of right relationships between worlds, between beings, and within the heart, the human heart. For centuries before Christianity, Mithra's birth was celebrated at the winter solstice, referred to in Persian as Yalda. Yalda means literally the birth of the hero. The early Christian Gospels don't really refer to December 25th as the birth of Jesus. This is something that is later designated during the Roman Empire in the 4th century. The nativity was designated as December 25th, which was a time that was very important in the powerful solar traditions, including the cult of Sol Invictus, the unconquered sun, which emerged from the Mithraic cosmology traveling from Iran to the Roman Empire. Christianity absorbed and rebranded a lot of the Mithraic cosmology and symbolism that I won't get into this evening, but I will just share with you some key points. One being the birth of light at the zenith of darkness. Another, the solar hero that represents unconditional love, and also the triumph of light over darkness. And here you also see the cap of Mithra, which is also on Santa Claus. Also, the Christmas tree is rooted in the Mithraic tradition. The tree, do I have another slide for that? No. So the tree in the Iranian culture, the evergreen tree is a sacred tree symbolized through the sarv, or the cypress. And the cypress, the evergreen in general, represents the endurance of life through winter, endurance of truth through decay. And this symbolism is preserved in Christianity. The tree is preserved, obviously, as it travels through the Roman Empire into Europe. The evergreen is preserved, but the species changes from the cypress to the fir or the pine, which are the trees of the north in the northern climates, representing again the tree as the undying life, and the star on the summit representing Mithra, the solar deity. So tonight on Christmas, when the world speaks of light entering the world, I invite us to recognize also the more ancient roots. And this understanding, especially this understanding that light descends not just through belief, but through embodiment. And this brings me to my main topic, which is Sama, the sacred whirling dance that, as was mentioned, I will initiate you over the next 2 days. It gives me great joy to do this, to guide you into this sacred spin. And I want to speak about the Sama, the whirling dance, and what it means as a path of awakening and embodying light, embodying mehr, embodying love. I'm going to read passages now from my book, Dance of Oneness, which will be published in March. And you can find more information on bookmarks that are on this table, more about the book. So Sama is one of the central pillars of the Sufi path. And the Sufi path is a path of living mehr, living love in the world, surrendering to love to become a living embodiment of love, surrendering to the transcendent divinity to birth the immanent divinity within. In this path, the relationship between the human and the divine is a love affair, a love relationship where the human is the lover and the divine, life itself, the beloved. The word Sufi remains a mystery, and it is widely interpreted. One interpretation that is helpful for us is that it is derived from the Arabic word saf, root of safi and safa, meaning pure, clear, and transparent. Through loving the beloved as the source of all there is, what all our loves emanate from and ultimately lead to, the Sufi polishes her heart like a mirror, clearing it of all that is not love, so it can become the sanctuary and throne of the One. I believe that the word Sufi is derived from Sophia, who represents embodied wisdom and the soul of the world, the inner spark within it, all of us, that we are meant to uncover. And it is through a hidden yet apparent invocation of Sophia that the Sufi path is an esoteric thread that extends back to the tradition of the divine feminine, moving through and acquiring mostly from the Mithraic tradition, but also the Zoroastrian tradition, as well as the Judaic, the Christian, Manichaean, and Islamic traditions. Many people speak of the Sufi path as the heart of Islam. I see it as the tradition that gives Islam its heart. So the Sufi path is a hybrid path, drawing from the heart of several traditions to create a blueprint for the divine human, the true human. And in turn, the essence of the path is not to see itself as exclusive, but open to all light workers and lovers. The word dervish is interchangeable with Sufi. It is pronounced dervish by the Turkish-speaking people. This word is a linguistic blending of two words from the ancient language of Avesta. Darava meaning driver, and ish meaning eye or light, or mehr. Darvish is interchangeable, as I said, with Sufi. So the driver of eye, driver of light. Now, coming back to Sama, Sama in Arabic and Persian actually means to listen, to listen. And we have two kinds of listening. One kind of listening to the external world, to the mundane, and the other to spirit. So this dance that is called, the whirling dance is referred to as listening, opens us to listen to spirit within our hearts. It's Sama, the whirling dance, is not a metaphor. It's actually a cosmology enacted through the body. As the sun turns, as the heavens revolve, so the human being becomes the axis through which light descends into matter. And as I said earlier, mehr or mithra is the mediator between realms. Sama makes the human body this mediator. It is not a performance, it's a prayer, it's a transmission. The body becomes the bridge, and heaven and earth unite in motion. It connects us, Sama connects us with the invisible field of energy, the love field, or the quantum field that connects all and everything, out of which matter, all the material world emerges, where we can experience a direct connection with the source, like Rumi did. The poetry that so many of us love from him flowered through him as he was whirling to music, as he's whirling, just this incredible poetry that in Persian is in perfect rhyme and meter, just poured from him. So it shows you the power of this dance to really connect us with the source. And in his case, these pearls of wisdom poured from him that has been nourishing people for centuries in all corners of the world for all time. So mehr, going back to mehr is more than a feeling, it's a love presence, a light that gives life and shines on all equally. It is the sun at the center of existence, and also the sun in your chest, waiting to rise and radiate outward. And through the Sama, which is a sacred technology of remembrance, we embody and become rays of the sun, both inner and outer. In Iranian mystical poetry, mehr is the sun that illuminates not only the outer world, but the heart. It is divine love, the kind of love that dissolves boundaries and seeks no reward, and flows simply because it must, like the sun that rises each day without asking who is worthy of its warmth. As Rumi says, all parts of the world are in love. They just don't tell their secrets. If the sun were not in love, she would have no brightness. And as far as we understand, everything in the universe spins. Space-time spins itself into galaxies, stars, and life. Atoms spin, DNA spirals, the earth spins, and we spin with it. The physicist Nassim Haramein says all life forms become coherent through the spin. So how profound it must be to enter the turn, the spin, consciously and without an agenda, and just to listen, becoming more and more coherent. Most children love to spin, it's instinctual. But as we grow older, many of us begin to fear turning, become afraid of falling, losing control. But if we learn to trust the spin as a core dynamic of life, we begin to receive its evolutionary gifts. In the 13th century, Rumi was initiated into Sama by his beloved teacher and companion Shams of Tabriz. Shams means the sun of Tabriz. Shams told Rumi that Sama was the only thing that he needed, that through it, his knowledge that he had acquired to such a great extent would just descend into his heart and become his being. Sama unfolds through 4 salams, or, the projector went to sleep. I hope you're not falling asleep. So 4 salams or greetings, that the whirling ceremony goes through 4 stages, greetings. The first one is awakening to mehr as the divine order, awakening to love, divine love as the divine order of the universe, declaring that you have been created by a divine power. And when you lift your right arm up like this, you're declaring that, yes, I have been created by a divine power. And this right hand rising is a response to the call to love that streams toward us from every aspect of the universe, every aspect of the existence in every moment. The right hand becomes the chalice, this right hand that you raise, receiving the light, and you allow the light to course down your arm and arrive in your heart. As the light in your heart grows in intensity, you become illumined with that beyond certainty that, yes, there is a creator. Yes, there is a creator, and that the entire creation is the creation of this creator, and that everything is held together by love. And then from there, you extend your left arm out, and your left hand becomes a chalice. You're extending the light that you're receiving, that has descended into your heart through your left arm, through your left hand, letting this light now course into the earth and bless the world and all people and all creatures with the light of the beloved, giving to the world the blessings that you're receiving in every moment. And this second salam, which is the extension, symbolized by the extension of the left arm, I feel is very, very important, especially in the times that we live in these polarized times. This idea, this knowing that essentially loving all beings, all people, all animals, all living forms as the expression of the beloved brings us into a loving energy. It says that loving everyone and every being is the same as loving the Creator and life itself. So every time we perceive another with animosity and hate, we are stating our hatred of the Creator, our hatred of ourselves. From the second salam, the third salam emerges, which is complete annihilation in the beloved. So the more you perceive the energy of the beloved in everyone and in everything, in every situation, the more you yourself are immersed in this energy, the more you yourself become beloved-like. And as you become more adept in the sama and you surrender more and more, letting your illusions of separation, of a separate self dissolve, the more you're extending the energy of the beloved in the world. The garments that are worn by the whirler, the samozan, symbolizes this third salam, which is a dying before you die, a dying to the habitual small self. The hat is a tombstone, and the white is the shroud that Iranians are wrapped in from ancient times when they die. Die in this love, says Rumi. Die in this love so you can receive spirit in full. So from the third salam, which is the annihilation in the beloved, and because of this annihilation you experience union and bliss, the path of Samo doesn't end there. It continues to the fourth salam, which is service, living love in the world, serving the evolution of life through your unique calling, the bliss state that you experienced. And Samo begins as personal healing, but it's not for us alone. It is for the healing of the world. And when we whirl in remembrance, we become agents of mehr. We radiate a frequency that ripples outward, touching others, uplifting them, reminding them of their own inner light. And the true whirler doesn't escape the world, they serve it. Rumi says, در این خاک، در این خاک، در این مزرعه پاک، به جز مهر، به جز عشق، دگر تخم مکاریم. in this immaculate land of the body, let's plant any seed. Let's not plant any seed but mehr. Let's not plant any seed but love. He also says, Dani ke pas az چه ماند باقی مهر است و محبت است و باقی همه هیچ. Do you know what remains after life? It is mehr and kindness, and the rest, nothing. To live as a ray of mehr is to walk in the world remembering that you are a spark of the divine, and letting this remembrance shape all your interactions, your thoughts, and your feelings. So now I'm going to share a dance with you, and this is not a demonstration of what I was talking about. It's more like a continuation. And through the dance, Samo becomes visible, Mehr becomes embodied, and the ancient Mithraic remembrance of the light born at the solstice is carried, not through words, but through devotion, through the body in movement and remembrance. The red color is the color of Mehr, of Mithra, that you will see me dance with. And you will also see Persian dance and flamenco. And flamenco is also a dance of light and fire. And I want to give you a caveat here that don't think that the workshop that we will be doing together is going to look like what we're doing here. Oops. But the dance that I will be doing is not what I will be teaching. We will be doing a much simpler form of turning. So I invite you to perceive and watch and participate with me with a heartful presence. Don't just be spectators. Let's all go on a journey together. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
So I'd like to thank again very much Banafsheh for this beautiful and most amazing dance tonight. Let's give her another very big hand.